Welcome to ProSport Physiotherapy Halifax. Today's video accompanies blog, The Stretching Myth. Okay, so the big thing with stretching is that people often say you have to hold the stretch for a certain amount of time to really get the muscle to change, or if you're not holding it long enough, you're not going to lengthen the muscle. Well, the thought process we have here is that actually your muscle already has enough length, okay? Now there are factors that can affect muscle length, but we'll not delve into those today. If you've never had previous injury, you've got a healthy tissue, ideally your muscle will have the ability to maximally lengthen, okay? So there's some people that argue that if you've never been injured, everyone barring some sort of abnormal bone morphology should be able to do the splits, okay? But the reason that you're not able to is the nervous response that you get. So how our brains work is all through our lives, they're gathering information about what is safe, okay? Our brain wants to keep us safe, it doesn't want us to be in danger, it doesn't want to cause any pain, okay? So if you've been doing the splits from age 5 all the way up to age 25, you'll still be able to do the splits and your brain will recognize it as safe. If you've never come close, never even tried at 5, you've never thought about it until you get to 25, by the time you're trying, okay, this is going to send all the receptors to your brain are going to be going haywire, okay? They're not going to want to do anything, so the slightest stretch, they're going to be going, this is tight, we don't want to do this, let's stay away from that, because they perceive it as unsafe, okay? So this ties in a lot with our treatment methods and how actually what we're really focusing on is treating your brain, okay? We're helping your brain and speed up its education of your nervous system, okay? So whenever you get pain, that essentially changes how the receptors in your nervous system work. So say, for instance, it took, we'll just take an arbitrary score of 10 to cause pain before you had an injury, okay? So you could take a pressure right up to a 10, and then after 10 you start to feel some pain. What happens is when you get an injury, that threshold of 10 actually comes down, and it can come down as far as a 2 or a 1, okay? So when you get down to that 2 or 1, now the very slightest pressure causes pain. And that's all because of how your brain perceives it, okay? So there's no difference in the actual change of pressure that's applied, it's just the change in the perception. Now, this perception is a good thing because when you're initially hurt, that's what we want to happen. We want to sort of keep something safe and not injure it any further. But what can happen is actually our tissues heal a little bit faster than our nervous system likes to think it does. So whilst the tissue is healed, the nervous system is still being very, very protective, okay? And it'll stay at that 1 for a little while, and that's not what we want to do. We want to expose it, we want to help educate it and get it back up so it's running in time with the tissues. Because if you've got a perfectly healthy tissue, but if you're getting a painful response at a 1, what you need to do is get that all the way back up to the 10. So for our manual treatments and our hands-on techniques, what we're trying to do is effectively educate your nervous system and treat your brain to help any injuries, okay? That's how it ties in with stretching, okay? So the stretching myth that we're saying is basically you've all got the ability for a muscle to go to its full capacity, we just want to help it there.